Welcome everybody to another live stream and all of the subs at the start of the stream. My goodness, thank you guys for the support. Welcome. Deronius Maximum sub to the channel. Thank you for your sub. I appreciate it. Coca-Cola coming in with a 32-month resub, dropping a prime. Thank you. I need Coca-Cola for the 32. Deronius gifted a sub to Raider. Thank you for the gifted sub. JVDK gifted a sub to SD. Thank you, JVDK. Deronius gifted another sub. Thank you for actually 2 more subs. Thank you for the 2 subs. 2 more gifted subs. And LT Nightshade with 100 bits. Thank you for the bits, dude. No, thank you, Hypno. No, I insist. Thank you. Hello, Pugman, number 7. SD, Zbard, Subdue, Canadian. Carverb, Hashima, JVDK, Jindo, Bola Rosa, LT Nightshade, Kinda Pro System. Hello. Sweet Sandy, Hermitcraft Watch. 3-lettered writer. Hello. All right, we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna get started. Last live stream, we kind of like picked up all of our temporary stuff and made it into a more permanent thing. We kind of laid out a platform for a factory to be on, and we did a whole lot of work, and we got to the point where we are automating reinforced plates and rotors, if I remember correctly. We also kind of set this up so we can store extra things. Is good. So we got a bunch of like iron rods stored. We're making 4 of these machines doing screws, and we're storing some of those here. And those are being split off into other machines. So here we are making reinforced plates, and over on this one we are making rotors. It looks like this could use screws faster, huh? How can we get screws into this faster? Yeah, by the time this is ready to produce another one, we gotta wait for 10 more screws. So this is already a Mark II belt, and that's a Mark II belt. So I guess the only way to speed that up would be to like have a second output or get a tier 3 belt. That was upgrading belts for a log? Well, I mean, these belts are already upgraded as far as we can upgrade them. We can only do Mark II at the moment. This doesn't need an upgrade, and that doesn't need an upgrade over here. Like, the iron plates are full, and this is full. The problem is, this one is using screws faster than we can put them in. So we need, like, a Mark III belt to extract faster, so it can split this way and do more things. But I don't think we have the ability to do that just yet. Yeah, we only have Mark II stuff. So at this point, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I think it's fine. We'll just let it go. The Mark II is 120 a minute. You think the splitter is the problem? Well, wouldn't the splitter take 120 of these things per minute and split it so it's 60 and 60 if we're using 2 Mark II belts? Isn't that how that would work? So this one's requiring 60 per minute. So this one, every time this finishes up, should always end back down on 40 Is that right? 39.40. I think that's how that's gonna work. So this one's receiving the 60 per minute that it needs with a little bit of a buffer. Yeah, I'm feeding 60 screws per minute to a machine that wants 100. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way, like, I think we have to get a Mark III belt in order to, at least with this particular setup. We need a Mark III belt here, feeding in faster in order to send screws to both of these faster. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything we can do about that right now without, like, setting up more dedicated machines specifically for making screws. Like, if we took what we have right here and we duplicated this, so we have 6 machines making screws going into another one of those and all going out, we could do it. But I'm not sure that's necessary. Well, anyway, I definitely want to grab these things so those don't actually end up stopping. I want to make sure that we are collecting all those resources. How much is Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode left? I don't know. I've never beaten the pack before. Your guess is as good as mine. You don't need to just the right line again. I don't know what that means. Yes, if I manually put in the screws on the machine, it'll keep it going for a little while, but that's not the point. I could manually feed all my machines all day long. That's not the point of the game. Yeah, I don't think we're not gaining or losing screws. We're keeping exactly the same in there. Okay. You manually feed your face all day long? Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying to remember where we are right now. I think the next thing we need to do is figure out what our next unlock is, because I'm pretty sure those 2 items were what I wanted to automate, but I don't think there's anything else at the moment that we needed to automate, at least that I'm aware of. Let's check out what the next unlock requires and see if we can meet those needs. Okay, yeah, everything's done. Tier 2, everything's done. So the next thing is we have to make the space elevator. Okay, okay. So space elevator is our next thing. And this is a big boy. It's real big. I'm not sure I want to put this on my platform. Well, I don't have enough stuff to do it anyway. But I'm not sure I want to put this on my platform because that's a lot of foundations that would be taking up. We could stick it like over here or something. I'm not... Any of you guys played this before? Do I need to automate stuff going into the space elevator? Or is that something I just go to every now and then to unlock things? Yeah, it's a very big thing. I'm trying to like get an idea. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8 by 8? Put above the poison mountain. I don't even know if I can place anything there. I might be able to. I think we're probably just gonna end up putting it like over here or something. I mean, this is another... I could just stick it out here too. It's one of those things where like you can disassemble and reassemble it, as far as I understand it. Winnie T. Ford with a 5-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you for the 5 months. 5 months already. Keep up the great content. I'll try. Don't place it on the mountain. Maybe I should place it up here. I think that would probably, yeah, like up in this general area. Like further back, obviously, but I think up there, kind of out of the way. All right, well, let's get the materials we need. We need 500 concrete, 250 iron plates. I'm sure we have all of this stuff. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 250 plates, right? That's not plates. Plates are over here. And then I needed a bunch of iron rods too. Oh, I can see it right here, can I? So I need 300 more iron rods and then 1,100 more wire. 1, 2, 3. And then more wire. Love my bee tutorial. Really helped you out with forestry bees. Glad it helped. I mean, I made that forever ago, but I'm pretty sure it's still fairly relevant. Like, bees haven't changed much. Okay, yeah, we're not going to put it right there. Let's put it up here. Do I like pizza rolls? Not really. I like pizza. Pizza rolls are, I mean, they're okay. I've had them before. They're just way too processed. Way too much processing happening with them. There is a thing that needs to be zapped. There's 2 of them. Where's the other one? There it is. Are you broken, sir? Sir? Are you broken? I think it was broken. I made it not broken anymore. Do I prefer bees or mystical agriculture? I guess it depends on the pack, because both of them do similar things, but also different things. Yeah, I think we're just gonna put the space elevator up here, just randomly. If I find a better location for it later, I'm sure we can deconstruct and rebuild it. It's a biggin' though. It's a biggin'. Why don't we have space elevators already, like in real life? It seems like a really cool thing to have. All right, so in order for me to do anything else, we need to get 50 smart plating, which is a rotor and a reinforced plate each. Ugh. Ugh. SpaceX might work on that. So I have some rotors on me. Like, we could automate that, but I'm not sure I want to automate that. Not yet, anyway. Oh, can I not craft that manually? Do I have to do it in a thing? Maybe I have to do it in a thing. We have enough of the materials to do it. I just don't have... I guess I need a machine. All right, let's make a machine. You cannot make space elevator stuff manually. Today I learned. Today I learned. I've never been this far in this game. This is the first time, guys. It's my first time, okay? Cut me some slack, all right? So I guess I'm just gonna temporarily put one of these machines here, just kind of in the center, not really automated, and I'll just throw the things in there until I realize that we are gonna need it automated. But we can always deconstruct this thing and move it and make it automated later. So we need power from here to here. This needs to be set to smart plating. And yeah, I need 50 of each in there. So 50 of those. How do I split the stack? Do I control drag? Control right click. Oops. Oh my goodness. Control right. Whatever. I'm done. Yo, this is slow. This needs a shard, like, right now. You just hold right click? Okay. Can I try that in my inventory? Hold right click? Oh, I thought it was like doing a button combination. Yeah, okay, so that's what it is. If you like... Okay, maybe it's not. I thought clicking with right and then dragging brought this up, but yeah, it's because I'm holding down right click is what causes that. That's what my confusion was. I get it now. I get it now. So I want to make a power shard. And we're going to go increase this a little bit because it's going too slow. This reminds you of Manufactio a little. That's because Manufactio is based on Factorio, and this is what people call 3D Factorio. This is also based on Factorio. Very similar in concepts. But yeah, it's pretty much the same idea. You have miners that are grabbing resources. So over here we have limestone. We're using conveyor belts to bring that up into a machine that processes that, and then we're storing it. And it processes that into concrete, and then we're just storing it here. But we have... Jump down here real quick, don't die. So we have like iron miners down here, 2 of them mining. And we're taking the resources, combining them onto another belt, which is bringing it upstairs. And then all the iron processing is happening up there. We have copper being mined over that way. That's fine, deorganized. My base is a lot less cluttered, messy than yours. It still feels a little messy to me. But all of these machines... all of that is essentially so we can get to this point. Malware bytes get setting off false positives on your modded Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had antivirus on my computer since Windows Vista. I ain't scared. Yes, Windows Vista. I mean, Windows Defender comes with Windows, but that's not like a separate antivirus thing. It is an antivirus in a way, but it's like built into the operating system, but I didn't install it. You know what I mean? I haven't had Norton or McAfee or Avast or Panda or whatever other antivirus things, malware bytes. I haven't had any of that stuff installed. The last time was Windows XP. So we are approaching our power capacity here. We're not there yet, but we're approaching it. So something to keep in mind. Something for me to keep in mind anyway. I haven't played with the jump pads yet. Nope. I didn't make it. Oh my goodness. I almost want to put another shard in here. It doesn't say how much more power it's going to take when you do that though. So we go to 28.7 from what? 15? So it's almost double the power for 50% faster speed. So I wonder, a little less than double. I wonder what going up to 200% would do. Would that bring us to a little under 3 times or 4 times? I don't think we have the power production to handle that because we're about 20 megawatts of power left in the system. You can throttle those miners down to fit the output amount to the belt can carry. Did I I know I put a thing on this one, right? This is hardly using any. This is only 10 megawatts. It's not a big deal. That's with the power chart and upgraded. So that's doing 45 per minute, which is less than what one of these belts can handle. This is the Mark 1, right? So this belt does 60. What, did I upgrade the iron ones? I don't think I did, but maybe I did. I don't remember. So that's not upgraded. This produces 60 per minute, which is what the Mark 1 belt can do. And this one produces 60. Both of these are normal, by the way. Is this the impure one over here? No, this is normal as well. I know eventually we'll get something like a steam boiler setup. I think. I know something has to do with water anyway, as far as power goes, from what I've seen other people when I've watched other people play this from time to time. But I don't really know if that's even the case. I know water's needed, and that's about as far as I know. It's a coal plant. It uses water. I see. Yeah, if I could just craft this part by hand, like we'd be done already, but I can't. We're halfway there though. We need 50. I think we're gonna let these things just fill up and then back up. This one's almost filled up. So then once this one fills up, the screws will fill up in here and then back up, and then all the screws will go to the other one, and then that one will be able to work at top efficiency. I'm trying to think, what else can we do at this point? I mean, we're just kind of like in a holding pattern. We're just kind of waiting. So I guess we could expand the base a little more. Put down some more of these pads. Daltino, yes. That is in the plans. I'm hoping by Saturday or on Saturday I'll get another video out, but I'm not entirely sure, but that's my tentative plan right now. I don't have any other unlocks. We've unlocked everything. Everything is unlocked right now, as far as I know. Except for the research thing, like as far as the tier progression, that's all unlocked. This doesn't hurt me here, does it? No. Frank! Resub to the channel for 3 months with a tier 2. Thank you for resubscribing, dude. Appreciate your support. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, that hurts, so we need to go out one more. Oh, this one hurts too. You good here? Nope, can't do that one. Nope, this one we can't quite do either. So I'm going to assume that one's going to be the same case as well. This seems good. Am I able to go over here, or is that going to hurt me too? This one seems fine. Nope, it doesn't. I lied. It was mostly fine, but not quite all the way fine. So I assume this one's gonna hurt me too? Okay. Severum Sung with a 25-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Well, here we go again. Thank you for the support. This one seems fine, but that one probably won't be. We'll try it anyway. We good here? Looks like we good here. What about this one? All right, well, we finally figured out where we can and cannot be around here. Oh, this one is bad too. It seems weird to me that I can be here. Because isn't that one of the poison gas things? I almost want to get rid of this one, even though this one's safe, just to be more symmetrical. So now that matches with that side over there. We could probably just make this into a full square too, and then put walls up or something around here. That probably makes sense. But for right now, just as long as we know like where we can and can't go, that's the most important thing that I'm concerned with. All right, well, we're almost out of concrete, so just let the rest of our concrete build up and see where we're at on these things. 43, almost there. Z-Bart, if you're asking the early access CL number in the upper left, I assume that's what that means. I don't know. But it literally says the same number on the screen if that's what you're talking about. I guess there was leaves there. Whoops. I didn't mean to grab leaves. I was going to eat these things. All right. Yeah, we have another limestone deposit just right over here at the bottom of this cliff. You're right. That is absolutely something that we should work on. I was actually thinking about that earlier today, too. I agree with you. Oh, we're so close. So close, yet so far. Just 2 more, and we can unlock. One more. I think there are mods for Satisfactory, but I did not add mods. I am pretty certain. Let me take a look at that, actually. I don't think those are tags that I... Oh, you know what? That might be a tag that I added for Minecraft, and it just has stuck there, even though I changed the game. I was able to remove that tag and update. Okay. I have removed the modded tag. But yeah, I do believe there are mods for Satisfactory. Deronius Maximum with 5 gifted subs. Thanks, dude. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. And we're done. We did it. We did the thing with the stuff and the junk. So are all of our screws going this way now? Yeah, all the screws are going this way, so this should be working at peak efficiency now. Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet. Oh, Essie, that was you that did that? Okay, no problem. I was just curious, like, how that got changed, and I assumed a mod must have done the exclamation title command and changed it. I've done that before myself, where it's like somebody's asking what the game is, so you do like exclamation title, and you put the person's name, like you're adding that person with that command, and it changes the title to that person's name. I kind of wish that Nightbot allowed me to disallow people to use the title command, other than just like it retrieving what the current title is, but there isn't a way for me to do that, unfortunately. It's one of those small little things that bug me about Nightbot, but it's understandable. I've done it before myself. I was just curious. All right, so we're going to the space elevator. All right, you go in there. What does this animation look like? Oh, there's a tree in the way. Do it. Do it. Ooh, and it's gone. Do I have to wait a certain amount of time before I can do the next one? I assume I probably do. It doesn't have a timer in the upper right, though. Oh no, I guess it's immediate. I need 500 of those? 500? Yo, what? All right, well, I mean, this was a fun game and everything. I think it's time that we move on to something else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have unlocked tier 3 and 4 now. Yeah, I think as soon as we created the space elevator, it unlocked these tiers. It's called Satisfactory, not Status Handcrafting. Fair enough. Fair enough. So in order for us to do coal power, we need 50 rotors, 300 cables, that's easy, and then 150 reinforced plates. I think those are all ready to go, and I think with these should be mostly ready to go. Vehicular transportation. So we haven't even touched modular frames yet. So that's more of the advanced platings. Wow. So that means we're going to need to seriously increase our screws, our rods. No, our screws. Yeah, our rods, our screws, and our plates to start making more of these advanced platings, huh? Okay. Okay. Basic steel production. So concrete is fine. 150 of those. Modular frames, again, that's not something that we've done yet. And then wires. So I guess modular frames would be fairly simple. We just connect our rods and our advanced platings, right? Okay. Okay. Tier 4 is advanced steel. Why would you do advanced steel? Why would they allow you to do advanced steel before basic steel? I guess is what I was gonna say. Maybe one of these just costs more. Like as far as, oh, that gives us minor Mark IIs. Ooh, and motors. We already found some motors earlier. Louis coming in with a 15-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you for the 15. Hey, Hypno, 15 months already? Man, that went fast. Might not always catch the streams, but I'm loving the content. Keep up the good work. Hashtag FeedMax. Well, thanks, dude. It's fine if you miss a stream or two, but not 3. If you miss 3, we're going to have issues. Thank you for the 15 months, dude. Advanced steel requires steel parts. That makes sense. That does make sense. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, Mason. How are you? You're not actually able to stay for the stream, but you wanted to resub while you could. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Improved melee combat. Xenobasher, inventory, and hand slot. This actually seems like something I would like to do first. I'm not sure what it costs to make a Xenobasher. Probably steel. But like the inventory and the extra hand slot sounds nice. And these aren't that crazy. Hyper tubes. Is this like fast transportation or something? I've never seen hyper tubes. And logistics Mark III. That requires steel stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to do this improved melee combat one right now. So I need 50 reinforced plates, 100 and some cable. All right, let's go grab this stuff. Oh, it says up here. I keep forgetting that it says what I need in the upper right. I need coal first. I need coal for this? For the extra inventory slot and stuff? I don't think so, unless I'm missing something obvious. But we're gonna do this regardless. Let me play the game. I'm just gonna have to go make my own cable since we don't have enough of those being made over there. All right, so we need 200 cables. No, we need 100 and we have enough. So we have those. Oh, I need to grab rotors. I forgot to grab those. We need that, this, that. Okay. So I need to go get myself 14 rotors or so. 14. Mason, no, we are not playing music and there has never been song requests on the stream. Welcome to the live stream though. And we got 100 of those. That's awesome. Awesome. So, I'm just kind of thinking ahead. Would it make sense to like build another level on top of this and like duplicate everything that we have here? Like more iron, more rods, more screws? Is that how this is supposed to be played? You just like make a setup and then like you double it by stacking on top of each other? Stacking is best. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really sure like how I was going to expand out, so.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
Don't run into the space elevator! Oh my god! No! No! Whoo! That was close. That was actually kind of close. At least it looked close. Maybe it wasn't as close as I thought it was, but it looked rather close. So the Xeno Zapper is most likely a thing that I have to do in that other crafting thing, which I think we've left downstairs. I don't think we ever like deconstructed that and moved that up here. This thing. No, this is the research station. Let's get rid of this. So I guess I did deconstruct it, I just never made it again. All right. What does it cost to make this thing? It costs... Not that. It is... Is it the ma'am? No, that's what I just deconstructed. The equipment workshop, this thing. We need to find a home for this. I guess we can just put it like right here. I guess. So the Xeno Basher. Ah, so that requires those two of the Xeno Zappers. What? What? Can I make modular frames manually? Or do I have to do that? I can't. So how many did I need? I didn't look at the recipe. I just saw the item. I need 5. 5. And that costs... Oh, I don't have the iron rods. Well, that's easy enough. 7/10 Evil with a 27-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Thank you for resubscribing and dealing with my crap for another month. I appreciate it. I don't know how you do it, but I appreciate it. Nope. Nope. Lots of alcohol, mostly. I'm watching you. You think you're funny, don't you? All right. What else do we need? I need 2 of these and a bunch of wires. What are the Xeno Zapper cost? What the? So I need a bunch of wire. Let's go grab the wire. I'm falling. Is there movement speed increase? Because I would like to be able to move faster. Like, I'm not talking about a vehicle. I'm talking about physical movement speed. Later? Have I thought about mods? I have not. I haven't even played the vanilla game yet. So I need 2, or I guess just 1 of those, right? Because I already have one. I assume I'm gonna just be using the one. Xeno Basher. Get Xeno bashed. Sam says, hello, new to your Twitch stream, but I love your stuff. By the way, hypertubes are super fun, especially if you space them up like you can go faster and faster per tube. Cool. That bass, though. That sounds mean. I want to go, like, wreck something's face real quick. Actually, let's go back up here. Let's go find something to poke with this, because I want to poke something with this. Oh, I can't get enough of that sound. It just sounds really good in my headphones. Okay, so that's a little bit better. It only takes 3 hits instead of the 4. I was expecting better than that. Or was that 3 hits? Maybe I missed the other thing. Can I, like, one-shot you? What if I headshot you? No. Okay. It's 2 hits, so I just missed. I want to go find another one just so I can double, triple, quadruple check. Paleberry. Nom. Iron. I like it. So we have 2 impure iron nodes over here. What is this? Another impure iron. Where are you going? Come back here. How did that not hit you? Okay, so there's a lot of iron over here. I assume we're going to expand this way eventually. Or at least, like, start grabbing that iron. The node, like, the thing on top of the iron is what says it's pure. The node itself is impure. So, like, before you touch these nodes, there's, like, this little outcropping on top of it, and that says pure. Right? But this is what you'd be mining. This says impure. The ones that we're currently mining at the base say normal. Unless you're talking about something else. But yeah, like you mine the top part by hand, and I guess you get more than normal because that's pure little section. But once you get rid of that, then you just go into the normal. Or the impure, I guess, in that particular case. I feel like I'm hearing a glow. I'm hearing something. Is there... Am I just hearing things? Maybe there's a cave that has one of those glow slugs in it or something. I don't know. But I could have sworn I was hearing something like in that one specific location. It's an Easter egg? I'm sure it is. Sometimes it takes 3 hits? Okay, okay. So either this thing has critical damage, or sometimes they just have like an extra bit of health. Does it say on this? No, it doesn't. All right, well, we did this step. Let's find another one to work on. Maybe we should just go straight to coal, huh? We don't really have much use for a tractor at this time, so I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do this. Let's unlock this. Select the milestone. That. Sort. So I need just over 100 more of these, and then 300-ish of those cables. I don't really care how far away the coal nodes are. We'll get to them, and we will do stuff with them. I guess I should probably set up a thing for these. It seems like we're needing cables more and more. Can I make a thing? Oh wait, no, I don't want it like that. I want it centered here. Yeah, that's right. Now, why did I move this one over by one? I almost feel like this should be moved closer. Because I think all of the other ones I just have over by one. I don't think I have a tile between. Or do I? Oh, I do. No. So this thing, and then it's on the next tile over. This thing, next tile over. Yeah. So we should move the wire one. Yeah, I don't think I had a reason either, but I kind of want to keep things the same. Like having this random space here doesn't really make sense. Whoa, not that. Storage container. Okay, so this over here, I wanted... Oh, this might be too close, actually. I might need to move this up a little bit. Or, actually... I think this could be in front. I don't think this needs to be off to the side. Let's move this over in front. Anime Wolf coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I don't think... that needs any sort of space, to be honest. We just kind of want large storage, and then we can take that somewhere else. Okay, let's go make the rest of the wires that we need. Did I get the reinforced plates? I didn't. The container's backwards? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You guys crazy? Because I think you guys are crazy. This isn't modded Minecraft, where blue is input and orange is output. This is Satisfactory, where blue is output and orange is input. Oh, that was from earlier, but I fixed it. My power supply right now are these 5 biogenerators. We're burning solid biofuel. Oh, I need more. I did not count that properly. Okay, and then we needed 112 more copper wires. $70, $75, $85, $95, $100. Boop, 112. All right, so we are going to need 17 more of our reinforced plates. Let's actually go get some more fuel for this. Yeah, getting to the point where we have coal and we don't actually have to worry about feeding our power gens. Like, we just have to worry about how much power we have. That's going to be nice. Looks like we're out of biofuel or biomass. All right. I still need more. It's gonna change the game completely for me? Well, it's gonna make it so I don't really have to worry about cutting down trees and stuff other than they're in the way. At least that's how I imagine it's gonna be. Okay, so everything is back powered up. We're ready to go. So I was needing 18 more of our reinforced plates. And we have exactly 18. How fortuitous. No. Next milestone, hype. Get in there. Launch it.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner. Note: ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note: pumps will aid in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note: throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
A lot of notes. A lot of notes. 700 meters? 800? I think we just need to kind of go explore just so we know. I mean, that it seems far, but like, how far is it actually beyond how far we've already made our base out here? So 440 meters beyond the edge of our base. That's really not that far. You guys said it was like super far out. That's like, what, over there by that tree or something maybe? That's really not that bad. So we got 6 minutes before that pod's gonna return. I don't know if we got resources to do the next thing, but I kind of want to go scoop out over here and see what it is that we're gonna be dealing with, how the terrain and all of that works. I don't know if we're just gonna be building our base out that way, or if we're just gonna be running belts along the ground. Or I guess power lines. It probably makes more sense to... Oh, there's a slug right here. It probably makes more sense for us to do the entire power generation out there and bring power lines back. $200. I'm hearing something. Is that my weapon? No, there's definitely something making sound here. I don't know what's making sound, but there's definitely something making... It's not that, is it? I don't know. Is it that slug right there? Or is there another slug under the ground that I just don't see? No, it's not the moth thing. Like, I'm right here and it's not making sound. If I move back over here... There's an obvious humming sound. Is there another one? Oh, there is. Get this odd, yeah, the music back up. What I had, 58 or something? Alright, well, anyway. So we need to get across this. Is that the coal vein right there? I don't think I have building. Yeah, I can't even build a thing. I think that's the coal vein right there. That looks like a long fall. Probably don't want to fall down there. Oh, is there... Maybe there's one up here on top of this rock. Maybe that's what I was hearing. It sounded like it was under me, but it might be up here and I just didn't see it. It's definitely getting louder. How do we get up there? Do I have to build up there? Or is there a way for me to scale this rock?
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
What? Oh, was there a thing? Was there vines? That was creepy. Who just said that?
Harvest.
I can't climb any vines.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Somers Loop work in progress.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact. Picking up multiple FICSIT personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
Proceed with harvest before it's too late. I'm just kind of waiting to see if it says anything else.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
Okay. So I wonder what that's actually for. A strange alien thing with mind-bending and somehow familiar shape. Work in progress. Analyzing this will not give you anything. Yeah. So I guess that's our coal vein right there, yeah? Is that it? Yeah, right there. Interesting. Oh, there's another power slug right there. I guess we could go over there and grab that thing since we're here. Whoa, careful. On top of that rock. Ow! Nice game. So that looks like more iron. Guess we'll go look at it real quick. So iron. And iron, okay. Alright, well I guess it's easy to tell where our base is now that we have the space elevator. That's like a giant beacon. There's another green slug there. Maybe we'll go grab that one too. I'm assuming we're supposed to climb at this rock and then jump across to get that, but might be able to do it without doing that. That works anyway. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it. Does that remind anyone else of Skyrim looking through the rock? Oh, it's a giant walking thing over there. I was like, what is that? I saw something moving. There's some kind of an ore right there. That's probably more sulfur. We'll go ahead and mine that too, and then head back. No, that's Caterium ore? Caterium?
New technologies can be developed based on this new, superconductive, gold-like element, primarily in power and electronics. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Sweet! I like having better power options or whatever. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, the power slugs, you can turn them into shards to overclock machines. That's like their only function, apparently. Was this like... I think this was the first iron ore we went to. Oh, that's impure. I don't know what that is. We're gonna go mine that. That might just be that sulfur that we mined before. I don't know if we mined all of it or just a little bit, but let's go check it out. I think we mined this before and it's just sulfur. And that's more sulfur. Limestone. Does this thing ever go away? Okay. Maniac, I'm aware. Like, that's something they teach you within the first 10 minutes of playing the game. Can I chop down like these big trees? Do they give me like a whole stupid amount of wood? Let's find out. Looks like I can chop it down. How much wood? Only 73 or 53 wood? That's really not that. I was expecting more. Everything turned like a weird blue color. I realize it's nighttime, but it just seemed weird the way it did that. Alright, let's get back to the base. These things I need to get rid of. It's bothering me. Okay, so in go the slugs. This. I'm just gonna get rid of those leaves. Oh, we are gonna have to farm up more biofuel, aren't we? I guess I do need to go tree cutting. Was there anything else that we needed to do while we're here? I guess we can do another milestone potentially. Basic steel production. This seems like something that we should do. So let's select this milestone. And I'll turn in some of these wires since I got so much on me. We need 150 rotors. Some of that. 300. Alright, so let's go see what we got as far as resources. We should have the concrete, no problem. And then we're going to have to go look at getting biofuel one more time. Start an upgrade timer. What does that mean? Are you making stuff up? Because it sounds like you're making stuff up. Yes, you can use both wood and leaves for biomass. I threw away the leaves before I remembered that we needed more for fuel. Oh yeah, I guess I don't need this on me either. That we can scan in the thing. We'll worry about that later. This can go away. Don't need those. Flowers can be burned directly, but you can't turn that into biofuel. I'm just gonna get rid of those. Actually, I'm just gonna clear my inventory of this stuff. Okay. Let's go get some trees chopped down. Uh-oh. Thought I got stuck there for a second. I see a forest. We're gonna go chop down Fanghorn Forest. That's what we're gonna do. Just don't tell the ants. It'll be fine. What is up there? Those things look weird. Get wrecked, tree. Flowers can be used for paint later. That's cool. Is paint something that's necessary for progression? Or is it just for aesthetics? Because I don't think that's going to help us pretty much with anything. Could be wrong, though. Tree murderer. I might be. Look, I would like to be more environmentally friendly and burn coal, but until then, I gotta chop down all the renewable resource. That's spiders or so. What the actual are those? What is this? I don't like this. I got your organs, now what? I got your organ. I can't even see it. That was easy. That was, why were you guys freaking out? That was easy. It would have been nicer if I could see them if it was daytime. So I guess this is another limestone deposit here. Nutty. This is next to one. You know what? I don't care. It's all getting chopped down. Oh, they didn't chop this down. Wait till you see the big poison spiders. I'll probably just nope right on out of there. But so far, the enemies in this game, like, really are not a big deal. It's kind of like you jump over them because they rush at you and you just swing at them and then they die. And then you live and they don't. And then everything's happy. Well, I understand there's probably going to be like tougher enemies, but like everything so far has been like no challenge. Those guys were a little challenging because they moved fast and it was nighttime, so it was hard for me to see them. But like, that's not really challenging. That's just me not being able to see them that well. Once I have the Xenobasher, combat's fairly easy. I mean, the Xenobasher is slightly better than the Xeno Zapper thing, or whatever it was called. I think it's better, but it's not like significantly better. At least it doesn't seem that way. probably gonna do some more. I don't want to have to go and chop down trees again, so hopefully this will be one of the last times we do it, if not the last time. It's weird how I could target the bush, but not the tree that's like directly in front of me, but killing the bush killed the tree. That's weird. How are we doing now? That's a decent amount. Probably do a little bit more though. Just a little bit more. I've been wanting to play through Skyrim again. I installed it and like I played a little bit, but like doing a full playthrough of it, I've been kind of wanting to do that again. It's been a long time since I've played through Skyrim. Somebody was talking about Skyrim earlier today. But yeah, I've already like reinstalled it, the remastered edition or whatever. I can't remember if I did any mods. Oh yeah, I did the UI mod. That's kind of a must on PC, the Sky UI. That's how you feel about Morrowind? Yeah, Skyrim's the only Elder Scrolls that I've played. I'm sure the other Elder Scroll games are pretty good. Dude, can you chop down rocks with the chainsaw? Or is it only like if you cut down a bush next to a rock? Yeah, it like gets rid of that rock too. What the heck? That's so weird. So we're getting limestone from cutting down bushes that are next to rocks. That doesn't really make sense. So like that rock's gonna go away when I cut down this tree. Very weird. That's a bug that I assume they're gonna fix. Like, otherwise they would allow you to use the chainsaw directly on the rocks, which you can't do. You had a situation like that last night as you were building on top of a rock and then all of a sudden it was gone? Interesting. Do I know the Easter egg where you jump over Skyrim wall and get a chest? No. Don't know anything about that. No, I just like playing the game. Like, it's just a fun game. Get out of here. In the dev's eyes, that's not a bug? I don't understand how that couldn't be a bug. How could a chainsaw that's not meant to cut down rock because you're chopping a bush right next to it? Like, it doesn't make sense. You meant to say the Whiterun wall? I don't know, dude. Maybe? There's a lot of, like, secrets in hidden chests and stuff in Skyrim. I guess we found the stack limit on those is 100. All right. So we don't, we have a thing down there to turn wood into biomass, which I forgot. That's why I came back up here. But we're going to do the leaves manually, but we can do the wood in here. Just throw all of that in there. And that'll turn into the solid biofuel or biomass or whatever. But the leaves will turn into biofuel, mass, whatever, manually. The devs did put a jackhammer in the game. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't really look for mistakes like that in games or errors or whatever, or Easter eggs. The last time that I played a game where I was trying to like jump out of bounds and do all this kind of stuff, I think it was the original Halo 2, because that game was rushed to production, but there was a lot of fun things where you could get out of bounds in that without like doing anything crazy. Oh, you're saying devs put a jackhammer in the game. I see. I think that there's TNT in this that you can use to get rid of rocks and stuff. There's some bad rock collisions in this game. Hello, Effie. How you doing? The TNT is only for certain rocks, though, you think. So there's no way to just get rid of specific rocks? Or, I mean, like, every rock? It's only the specific ones? Boink, boink. Alright, how are we doing over here? We probably don't have a lot. No, we don't. Those can go away. Alright. So let's go take a look at... I think we needed more stuff for modular frames, so hopefully we have more reinforced plates ready to go now. You're doing good. Glad to hear it. I am doing pretty good myself. And I'm really enjoying Satisfactory for what this game is. Never played it before, and it's quite interesting and quite fun to play. Alright, so we got some of those. Now the modular frames, we don't have automated, but that is the plates. Oh, I can't see what that is. What button was it? X? That is the plates and iron rods, right? 12 iron rods per. So we need 50 times 12, so 600. Did I math that correctly? I just mathed on stream, guys. I did the ultimate bad thing to do as a streamer. I believe it's 600. Is there armor in the game? As far as I know, there is a body slot, and I think you put a jetpack there, but I'm not actually sure. So there might be, there might not be. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in the game. So we have enough stuff to make 100 of these. Maybe I miscounted with the rods. Oh no, we get 2 per craft. You get 2 per craft, so we need half the amount. That's what it is. There's also something that makes you jump higher and run faster. Wouldn't that be an energy drink? I'm clicking the button like I mean it. Am I having fun? I am. We're crafting. We're very crafty. I don't want to press spacebar. I'm clicking it like I mean it, okay? God. I got 50. Oh, I only need 49. And then we need 16 more other rotors. Click it harder. This guy. Give him to me. I did it. I did it. Excuse me, coming through. And do it.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Yay! We did it. So what's the next one? So vehicular transportation. So we need another 25 of those modular frames. Well, we got the stuff in our inventory to do this. So let's just craft those up real quick. 25 of these. You can slide. Can you teach me how? If you're sprinting, you crouch. While sprinting, you press the crouch button. So we're at 19. We need 25 of these. Unfortunately, I can't put it up in the corner until 7 minutes from now when the pod returns from the space elevator, whatever. So we have those. I need more rotors. 200 of those and then 4. Okay, so like the big bottleneck right now is rotors. Do I have extra screws and rods? I think so. I think I could craft that manually faster just to get it done with. But we still got like 6 minutes before we can do it, right? And then some iron rods. Let me grab all the ones that have been made over here real quick. Only 6, that's not very many. Def9 with 200 bits. Hashtag feedmax/hypnofund. Thank you for the bits, dude. All right, let's go craft up some rotors. Rotor. So we can craft 40 of these. How many did we need in total? Was it 100? 100. So we're gonna have around 70-ish. I guess we could make some more screws so we can make more of them. Obviously, having everything done automatically would be the preferred way of doing this. Obviously. How's Max doing? He was sick a while back, if you remember correctly. Yeah, he was having some digestive problems with... I didn't realize it. Like, I had switched him food, so he was eating a different food for like a few days, and then he started having problems. So I switched him to something different again, which I'm hoping is better. I did that like 3 days ago, and I think he's better now. I don't know for sure, but I think he's better now. The main issue you had was the supercomputers. You hate making those. So we can make 4 more rotors. 5 more. I'd like to be able to get to 7 more. So we have 80 of those, and I'll just let the other 20 be automatically crafted. Or at least see where we're at on it. Probably need to go grab the biofuel and fill up our biofuel generators at this point as well. How are these doing? Yeah, it's getting down. They're less than 50% now, so let's go grab some of this solid biofuel and get that stocked back up. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. It'd be kind of close to fill them all up, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Can I play with friends on this game? I don't have any friends. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I do believe this has multiplayer. So I need 70 more, and plus whatever these are going to use up in that time. I understand you like Mumbo, but telling people to play random games with another content creator like that isn't exactly how the world works. So I need 9 more? 9 more. Can we craft 9 of those before the space elevator returns? You ever tried sliding on a conveyor, something you'll try when you're back on the game? Yeah, I think you can. I'm pretty sure I did that earlier. I don't think you'd want to do that in real life, though. All right, so we almost got enough here, and there it is. Oh, if we can craft all of these within 20 seconds, which I'm sure we will be able to do, then we'll immediately be able to do the next thing. Wow, we got everything ready to go, unless I forgot something. I forgot the cables rip! No! We almost had everything! Feels bad, ma'am. Okay, so tier 3 vehicular transport. Oh, what? I don't have rods? Are you kidding me right now? Oh my goodness. I am very upset right now. This is my upset face. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me, excuse me, coming through. All right. You go slide on a conveyor and you can't do anything about it? I don't want to do anything about it. Launch it.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Interesting. So it wants me to build outposts. Okay. So all of tier 3 is now done. That feels pretty good, I would say. Feels pretty good. Yeah, we were gonna get the MAM set back up, weren't we? How do I make the MAM? I had the crafting thing right here. I could put the MAM right here, I think, or maybe we'll put it back over in this general area. What am I missing? I'm missing some cables. 15 of them? Craft those up real quick. Alright. Ma'am. Is that backwards? I just built that backwards. What the? Okay. Wait, was there something in the MAM that I needed to do? I thought there was. Oh yeah, this. So I need to research 10 of those. Excuse me, ma'am. Exactly. Do it. Research finished. I need 50? Did it add to my thing so I can scan for it? Dude. That's far! Oh, not fair. Was there anything else in here that I need to do? I guess we could knock this out since that takes 5 minutes. Can't afford? What am I? Oh, am I missing the screws and the plates? All right, let's go grab this. I don't have enough of anything to do anything. So about those long-range vehicles. It was plates and what? Yo, we don't have any iron plates backed up? Is this really absorbing them all? What the? Are we gonna have to start making iron plates faster? Do we need another plate maker? I think we need another plate maker. Production. Oh. This thing confused me. This was a new section we didn't have before. Constructor. What am I missing for this? I am missing 8 copper cables. Great. It was screws was the other thing? Okay. I guess I'll grab screws while I'm over here. Screws are here. All right, so we need another constructor. Oh, this is not turned the right way. Like, what is that even lining up with? There we go. Okay, so we need a splitter over here. Splitter. Logistics, splitter. Conveyor belt. I am missing iron plates. Give me those. You don't get any more iron plates. You're done. Should be enough. You didn't know that I was playing Satisfactory now? Well, now you know. And knowing's half the battle. Oh, whoops. That's wrong as well. There we go. So this needs to be set to iron plates. That needs power. And then we also need a merger on this side. What does this cost? I can't afford it. I need some iron rods. Yoink, yoink. All right, so merger. We want the output out this way. Seems good. Belt, U to U, U to U, and U to U. Okay, now we need power over here. That I am missing copper wire, dang it. Power might be too high for the assembler. Nope. It might be actually, but nope. But it might be. I don't have cables on. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. No, that's only using 4 megawatts. We had like 30-ish to play with, or 25-ish or something. So this is producing how many? 20 parts per minute, so 40, and these belts can do 60. So if we had another plate making one, we could have that go over this way, and then that would be enough for all these belts. It might be worth doing that, actually. I'm not sure how many plates we need, to be honest. It probably would be better to max that out, though. Can I make one more? Looks like it's happy enough to do this. So then we'll do iron plates. I get rid of this. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Another splitter. Splitter. Belts to here. Doot 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 doot. Doot doot. Doot doot. Doot doot. Okay, power pole. Oh, what am I missing? Iron rod and some concrete. When I need to upgrade my belts, I will upgrade my belts, guys. It's fine to backseat game if you know what you're talking about, but just telling me to do stuff just to do stuff isn't very useful. Every belt doesn't need to be upgraded. I need more iron plates. Hello, Hal, dude. How are you doing? Vaughn Deathheart says, Hypno, I drove by your town Sunday twice. Stupid hurricane juked us. Well, I mean, is it a stupid hurricane because it juked us, or is it actually better that it did? So none of these belts should be clogged up since this one can do 60. Yeah, we should be quite all right with this setup. Although there is even blank spaces here. Is this one not on? Are we just not receiving enough iron? Oh, look at that. We are not receiving iron fast enough. So this belt over here, that's a Mark II. This one might need to be upgraded, or maybe like once these back up. Are these backing up? Oh, they aren't. Okay, yeah, this belt right here needs to be upgraded. So that should push more this way and allow these to get more over here. So we have 3 when it's going again. Back down to 3. So is this one going at full capacity now as well? Yes, it is. Perfect. All right, we all set. I assume iron's fully stocked still. Yep. That looks fine. That one's down to 97. Yeah, these all look fine. Yeah. Hello, Cold Bike. Yeah, it'll be just fine. Sarfansky? I said that wrong. Anyway, no, as Soyash, you said it. It'll be just fine because this one's gonna back up, and then any extra will just go this way. And as you can see here, like, we're keeping up. Oh, actually, are we no, we're not. I thought we were keeping up. It looked like it was keeping up before, and now it doesn't look like that. Why is that? So this one's got plenty. It looked like it was keeping up before, but it definitely isn't. The left one isn't backed up? Sure it is. It's full. I mean, it grabs 3 more every time it does one, but like it's full. I wonder if upgrading this particular belt would help. And try that one too. It might just be that we need to do something different. Or did I grab like some iron rods out of here? Is it like replenishing that? Is that the deal? It might be the problem. That's got to make more parts or something? I'm not sure. In total, I'm using 150 a minute. Well, these are requiring 90 per minute. 15, 30, 60. Yeah. So that's 190. Or I'm sorry, 150. So the only thing we can do is upgrade to a Mark III belt, right? Coming out of here. But we can't do that yet. So I guess we're just gonna have to deal with that and then upgrade this a little bit later. Yeah, that requires steel. Oh, we didn't even unlock the technology yet. I thought we did. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I could shut down this other one so this one runs at peak efficiency. I'm not sure. Is it better to have 2 running at less efficiency as opposed to 1 running at full efficiency? I'm not sure how that actually works. If it's better or worse. It's probably about the same. But either way, we have iron plates backing up. And that's what I wanted. Or did this, maybe this finished up over here. Maybe this is full. Alright. Doesn't make any difference in the end. Yeah, we need to get the tier 3 belts is what we need. Okay. So I don't remember what I was doing over here. Like, I came over here and we saw that we weren't making enough plates and I started messing with that. I think I was getting parts for like another tier or something. Yeah, in the end it doesn't even matter exactly. Were we working on... I don't remember. Does anybody remember what we were going to be doing? Are we just going to go do coal production? Is that what it was? Now, I think we need to do coal before we can look at steel. We don't have tier 3 belts unlocked. I was gonna unlock the paint gun. That sounds right. I don't remember what it cost though. I spent so much time messing with this other stuff. Oh yeah, put the fuel in these. Nightbot says that I'm making a cake. Well, Nightbot knows best. Alright, so yeah, we were gonna unlock flower petals, and to do this research, I have the screws, I have the wires, I needed the plates. That's what it was. That's why we started looking at plates. Yeah, I think coal is going to be our next thing that we look at. We only needed 100, right? All right, so flower petals, this thing, start the research. And then this thing, I need 100 flower petals, is that it? Well, that'll be really easy to do when we get to that point. We can't do it now because it's researching. Okay. So we need to look at going to coal. Here's the deal. I don't know how coal production even works. So we have a coal generator, which I can craft. I have the stuff that provides 75 megawatts of power. What's the input for the coal generator? Just water and coal? Is that it? Von Deathheart coming in with a 13-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Thank you for the 13. I'm gonna need a ton of coal for everything. $60 coal. Can I just make one of these? And just throw it down on the ground? Like, how big is this? What am I missing? Oh, am I missing wires? Is that it? I kind of want to, like, I don't know, make 10 of them. I don't know if we're going to use 10. I want to make 10 of them and then make 10 of the pumps or however many that we need per generator and then deconstruct them so I can make sure that I have all the materials necessary to remake them. I don't have to travel back and forth. Does that make sense? Wires. No, it wasn't wires. Was it rotors? It was rotors. Stop casting a shadow on me, creepy moth thing. Throwing shade at me. Okay, so these are rather big for 75 megawatts. Wow. And then you can overclock them too. I'm not sure if that's worth doing or not. Current amount in building 0 out of 50 meters cubed. So 50 meters of coal. 50 cubic meters? Is that what it's talking about, I guess? Okay. One water pump per 2 or 3 cold gen. Well, is it 2 or 3? That's kind of important. Oh, 50 cubic meters of water. All right, so we are current. So 2 of those will outdo what we currently have here. These 5. So if we're gonna set up power gen, we should probably do more than double, I would imagine. So 2 of these does the same. So either 4 or 6 of them, I think, is what we should do. I am missing cables. From what you know, it's 2 pumps for 6 gens with no overclocking. That's drastically different than what other people were just saying. Missing more cables. The floor is too steep. You're too steep. Your face is too steep. All right, so that is 6. So I need more reinforced plates. We might make 8 of these just so we have them. Okay. So that's all the parts that we need for 8 of those. Pumping water sucks. I don't know. I'm just trying to like get resources for these different things in place. That way we can just deconstruct it and have all the parts ready to go. Water extractor. The default extraction rate is 120 cubic meters of water per minute. 120. And this does 45 per minute. So 2 of them is 90. So we can just say 2 per, 1 for every 2. So 4. We can probably get away with 3, but let's do 4 of them. Math is hard, and I'm not going to do exact math. As long as we're making more than what we need, that's all I care about. So we are going to need a bunch of rotors and plates. Okay, so we need 40 rotors, 40 plates, and then we also need the copper sheeting, which we haven't made yet. So we should set up a machine to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to set up 1 pump for every 2. I think that'll be just fine. If you build up high enough, can that thing, like, does it fly through your buildings, or can you not build up to the height of that thing where it's flying? I don't know why, but I want to kill it. Can you kill that thing? Because I kind of want to kill it. It's been bothering me since day 1. I didn't set this up in mind for having multiple copper going into different places. I think we'll probably set up another smelter right here, another constructor, and then another storage crate, all in a line right here, just doing the copper plate or copper sheet. I think that's what we'll do. Organization, storage container. I am missing iron plates and rods. There you go. You'd recommend setting up pumps on their own grid initially and leaving biofuel generators over there, because if you ever run out of power, it's a pain to get them restarted. Seems like logic to me. So we need a smelter. And I am missing just copper wires for that. Dude, that is not centered. Try that again. That looks more centered. I think, you know what? I think somebody told me before that if you take a conveyor belt and you start from one end and you go to the other, like it'll go the wrong way. Or is it smart enough that it knows that this is an output and that's an input and it always goes the right way? If I do this, does it flow the wrong way? No, it goes the right way. I don't know why. That's why I've always done it from like the output to the input. It's because I remember hearing somebody say that, but apparently that was incorrect. It's never gone the wrong way for you? Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. All right, so we need a splitter. Splitter, splitter, splitter. All right, and then we need power over here as well. Can I steal power off? Well, I need 2 connections. I need to go get some concrete. No, I have concrete. What am I missing for making a power pole? I am missing copper wire. No, I'm telling them about the storage container. Okay, what is wrong with the storage container? What is wrong with it? It's fine. Silent crimes. I am going to come over there and you're not going to like it. All right. That's what's going to happen. I can't afford any more cables. Hey, what do you mean it's not fine? What's wrong with it? I did that on purpose. I wanted to see if chat was paying attention. I wanted to see if chat was paying attention. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we happy now? We good? Goodness, chat. It's fine. Totally intentional. Now we might be running into power problems with these extra setup. Oh, you know what? I never turned this on. How are we doing on the power grid before I turn that on? Because that might actually put us over. Up to 130 megawatts. We're riding dangerously close. You can look it up on the power pole? Oh. I did not know this. So 134. How much does this do? 4? How much does this do? 4? We're fine. It's fine. Look how fine it is. Yay, I got the first one. Chat's OCD. Well, it would have bothered me and I would have like noticed it later and then I would have had to change it. How much later? I don't know, but I would have noticed it eventually. All right, so anyway, we are trying to make the water extractors and that requires 20 per, so we need a total of 80? 80. We need 40 rotors, 40 of the plates. I can probably craft those faster by hand. Since it's not something that we technically need automated, but I wanted to automate it just so we had it going. Okay, we got enough of those. And we got enough of those. Sweet. You keep telling me to press the plus button. I am going to take that plus button and do something you're not going to like with it. If you say it one more time, say it. Say it one more time. Do it. I dare you. Where's the plus button anyway? This button right here? What does that do? Oh. Oh, and then you could say, I want to make 4. Oh. 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 Uh-huh. Hey guys, I just found out something really cool. So if we go into like production here and we click on this water extractor and we click this plus button, if I click this 4 times, it'll tell me the amount of stuff that I need. Except it only allows me to click it 3 times. Now it went up to the 4. What is it doing? Yo, this thing... That thing's acting whack. How do I get rid of it now? Clear list? plus 1 or 2, 3, 4. Now it works. Thank you, chat. Is the Twitch launcher free? Yes. Now chat is talking about C++ and Java. What? Can I craft these manually? I'm gonna go find out. Can I, would it say here if I can craft it manually? Use for crafting. It doesn't say I have, it doesn't say I can't do it. So like, does it say this can? So it doesn't say if they can or cannot be done by hand, right? I might not be able to do this. I can make 17 of those. You need to pay for it every month, the Twitch launcher? No, it's free, dude. Literally free. Although Twitch sold the Minecraft modding portion of the Twitch launcher, Curse Forge, to another company called Overwolf. And eventually, I think all of that is going to be available on another platform. But for right now, it's available on the Twitch launcher. Twitch launcher is free, but if you want to have Twitch Prime, you need to pay. What does Twitch Prime do for the Twitch launcher? That's kind of like random. That's like saying going to the Amazon website is free, but if you want Amazon Prime, you have to pay. That doesn't really make sense. Going to the Amazon website is free, but if you want to buy something from Amazon, you have to pay for it. I need more solid biofuel. How much pipe am I gonna need? I have no idea. That's why I set up an automation thing for it. I assume those copper plate things are gonna be needed in pipe construction. Oh, where am I going? Solid biofuel goes over here. Okay. You found out that you jump higher if you jump while sliding. Don't know if you knew about that. I guess you jump ever so slightly higher because I was able to land on top of that, right? Whoops. I didn't slide first. Oh yeah, you definitely do jump up higher. I did not know that. It's kind of weird that it allows you to jump higher. Anyway, so water extractors. Oh, we can't place these. They have to be placed near water, I think. Unless I'm not understanding. Oh, it says I need to place this on deep water. I wanted to like craft these so I knew if I had all the materials. All right, well, I know I have all the materials because it says it right there on the right. So if I deconstruct all of this stuff and I have everything on the list, then we have all the materials. Okay. So the next order of business is we need to get to our coal vein and figure out how we are going to mine the coal, where we're going to move the coal, and where we're going to set up the pumps and all this stuff. So our coal vein is way over here. It's like pretty much at this tree-ish area. Do I just build a platform all the way over there? Because I know... Or are we going to do this remotely? Oh, the miners aren't that expensive. Oh, we unlocked the Mark II miners, didn't we? No, we only have the Mark 1. Yeah, so the miner is just, you know, stuff. It's not no big deal. We do have to craft this thing. Oh, the other thing that we were going to do was up our limestone production. That was the other thing. We were going to get another miner hooked up to our other limestone vein over there and then belt it over. I mean, I guess we can work on that later. That's not like something that needs to happen right now. I almost feel like I want to keep this platform at the same level and just build straight over to our coal. I feel like that's what I want to do. There's an obstruction that might be in our way, but I think we'll probably be able to build around it. But I think we can just build a bridge straight this way. And then we'll have like a nice flat platform for a vehicle later, should we choose to do that. I got plenty of concrete. Is there a way that I can always force this to be in the right spot? I don't think so. I think I just have to look down and click every single time. I know one of these times I'm gonna fall and I'm gonna have the biggest sad when I do. Yo, is that our coal vein right here? Dude, that's like easy to get. I thought we were gonna be traveling for a while. That's like right here. So coal is here, but where is water? Is there a way to detect where water is, or do I just gotta explore around and find a water pool? ML coming in with a 34-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Thank you so much for the 34. You gonna relax? Watching the stream tonight. Hope you and Max are all right. We're doing just fine. Thanks, dude. You think I'm way too high for water? The thing is, though, like, I'm looking and I don't see it. Like, I can see pretty far. I don't see it. What is that off in the distance? Dude, that's like some crazy terrain over there. It's just like floating pillars of land. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do this, but I think I want to get a miner down there and then bring it up and then send it along. I want a way to get up and down from there either way, so we got to build like a staircase, and I'll probably do that, or like a ramp, I guess. Let's keep going out a little bit more. All right, that seems like we're in line with it for the most part. Yeah. All right. Can I do foundations? So I can't place a foundation in front of this foundation. So now I can do that, but I'm not sure that's going to help me. Pretty much what I want to do is be able to build underneath it so I can get my ramp going. If I go down there, I might have issues. Okay, well, we can do that. Whoa. Careful. Why can't I not place this in front? Yes, I want it exactly in the same spot as the other one that's there. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. I think what I should do is just build out this way, and then I should be able to build down. I should be able to do this. So build underneath. Then I need a ramp. Then underneath that one, then a ramp. Then underneath this one. And a ramp. He's getting kind of sketchy. I gotta get like over the edge too much. Well, we're getting there. I don't know. Are we too far down now? I guess we should go take a look and see where we're at. Oh, I built this one down too much, I think. Crap. This all needs to be up one level. That's really annoying. I was supposed to start it like that. Ugh. Alright. Well, at least we figured out, like, what we're doing here, so it's not, like, that big of an issue. It's just kind of annoying. Don't fall off. There we go. Flare V6. Hello, dude. Yeah, I remember official flux. Not to be confused with the unofficial flux. Okay, so we are too far forward. This ramp needs to start probably 7 or 8 tiles back. I could probably spiral the ramp, but I don't really want to. Alright, so all of this needs to go away as well. How am I liking this game so far? I mean, so far, so good. We're kind of exploring around the building aspects with it a little bit. More like the construction as opposed to building. Okay, so from here I should be able to do what I need. I'm already in the right position, provided I can actually aim that far away. So ramp, platform, ramp, platform, ramp, platform. Right. I'm gonna walk the edge just a little bit further over here. It's scary. It'll be fine though. Oh, I don't. Oh, I can. I was like, I don't think I can build down any further. Okay, so at this point, let's see where we are. Jump down building might be easier. Yeah, it's kind of a far drop here. Ah, it looks like we are. Looks like we're about right where we need to be. Yeah. So then I just need to build over. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, now I'm looking at that might be a little too high, but I think I can fix it once I get down there. It's kind of hard to judge distances like that, but I should be able to fix it. Like once I get over to the coal vein and I clear out this riffraff, we should be able to like do something. Now there's two of these fire dog things, whatever these guys are. Can I get them to run off the cliff? Come on. Come get me. See what happens. Oh no. Is this allowed on Twitch? So I don't think they're gonna jump off the edge. All right. Do I just YOLO jump? There's another one there. YOLO. I got your organ. Okay. That was rather easy. They seemed a little intimidating. It was actually easy. Let's go kill this other one. What is that? What are you? Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, I thought that was like another slug thing. Apparently it wasn't. But now I'm gonna go over there and kill it since it did that. Oh. Oh, okay. Is he gonna tell me to pick it up?
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Fine, I'll grab it, I guess. There are more voice lines after. I'll probably look up a YouTube video or something. I'm sure somebody's recorded it. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for half an hour while streaming to like hear all the voice lines. I was just curious if all of those made that, if they all spoke and told me that I must harvest it or I should or this or that or whatever. All right, so we are going to undo this. We did it! Or should that be up one higher? Maybe we should go straight across here and then do a ramp. I think that's what we should do. Yeah, I think that's better. So now I can just move everything forward like 3 tiles, and then we can redo this whole thing and have a straight line without this little bump. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But it would be nice not to have to go back that much further. It would be nice. Is Max feeling better? I think so. I think so. So now that we're over here, should I do a little bit of exploration in this section? Like, we are still looking for water. That's a waterfall over here. It's a biggin. Ugh, they can't. I want to, but I can't. Aha. So the whole sliding, jumping, makes you jump higher thing actually worked in my favor right there. I assume there's something up on that. Maybe. There's gotta be a power slug up there, right? There's gotta be something. I mean, I guess we could build up there. Oh, I'm trying to middle click over there, won't let me. Yo, there's nothing up here. Are you kidding me? I took the time out of my day to like build up to this thing and there's nothing even up here? Oh my goodness. No, you need to bring power. Yo, is this one? This is different. What is this? Whatever it is, it's dead now. Oh, it dropped 3. Should probably eat. Yeah, that's a bigger guy. Oh, I don't want to drop down there. That'll be death. Power slug. Oh, there's a power slug right there. I think I'm hearing thunder outside. Oh, look at the weather. Oh yeah. Not a lot of thunder, but I thought I was hearing some rumbling. So this ore vein down here looks a little different. I'm not sure what that is. That's not copper, is it? And why is coal not capitalized and everything else is? Nice game. That is copper. What's over there? Besides that thing. Should we go explore? Whoops. I like how I can just build my own bridges like that. What up, guy? Oh, another power slug. Hi. What am I stuck on? Dude. The heck? Fine, I'll cut down this tree, I guess. Yo, my game has glitched a little bit? Alright. That didn't look normal there for a little brief moment. Probably. Well, I guess it's been auto-saving. But probably should just do a hard save just in case. What is this? Iron. Iron. Impure, and this one is impure. Ooh. Looks like more iron down there. I was kind of hoping that we had come across water. Ain't seeing no water though. Oh, I know where we are. We're at our base, kind of. So that's the copper that we saw earlier. Let's just head down. Oh, hi. I think that one forgot about me. Is that uranium? Oh. Yeah. That's definitely radiation. Okay, so radiation is a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing before. Now I realize. Impure copper. Wasn't there 2 nodes? Yeah, this one right here. Impure. Okay. There is hazmat suit in this game. You need to change filters. Okay, so I assume that's what the body armor slot thing is for then. I feel like I want to go down there and mine that uranium, even though it's like causing damage. I'm gonna fill up on my health and I'm gonna like get a piece so we can unlock the research for that. I assume that's what you do. Not enough space. Oh my goodness. We have space now. So don't do that. Don't pick up uranium without a hazmat suit, because it hurts you. Well, I found out. What is that right there? That looks weird. Is that a thing of ore? Iron ore. I'm gonna go check on our biofuels and stuff like that. Go collect some of these things because we spent some time away from the base, and also I guess I can grab some more of these quartz crystals. You thought I learned from Industrial Foregoing? Industrial Foregoing doesn't have any issues with radiation. You mean Industrial craft, I think. IC2. I think IC2 is the only mod. No. No, there was another mod now that has that. One of the space mods. Is it Galacticraft that added radiation? But that's like, it's a different radiation. But was it Galacticraft maybe? No, nuclear craft doesn't have radiation. How big is a Twitch launcher? I don't know, dude. If it's big enough, or if you have to ask that question, you should probably get a new computer. It's not that big. So this is done with a paint. The analysis of color gun. I was looking at this and I was like, why is that all blurry? Is there something wrong with my eyes? So I blinked. I didn't realize there was a message here.
New equipment unlocked.
New equipment unlocked. Okay. So quartz. I know the next thing a quartz required. Yeah. No. What is this? We need 100 for crystal oscillator. What does that even do? What does that do in this game? I guess I should say. Obviously, it oscillates crystals. If no, duh. It's for radar? So both of these are backed up. I want to make sure I grab both of these. I probably should set up storage crates for them, but at the same time, I kind of like the fact that these back up a little bit, because then that allows us to get a stockpile of screws, right? A little bit. Yeah, you know, there's like we can search for quartz, and I haven't actually done that. I haven't even looked. There's no ping, so it's not close. Oh, dang. 1,400. 1,700. That's not that close. I got quartz so much earlier than you. I mean, I've just found a couple of quartz clusters nearby. Wow, it's still searching for more? Looking the wrong thing. This one. Dang, we got some biofuel now. Quartz can be pretty rare. Finding your first 20 can take a minute. Good job, Hypno. All right. I don't really know how the rarity of things are. I assumed it was just explore the world and find it like I did. I mean, I didn't go looking for it explicitly, but yeah, we're filling these back up. Okay. Yeah, there is water back here behind the limestone miner, isn't there? There's that lake. Is that big enough to support 4 of these? That hurt. That didn't hurt that much, actually. Yeah, there is this lake here. Is that enough to support 4 of the cold gens? Or not cold gen. Yeah, the pumps for the cold gens. And is this what I want to do? Do I want to have my coal over here? Can I put these on platforms is another question. I got all sorts of questions. All sorts of questions. I kind of just want to place these down so they're in the world and I have all the resources for them invested in them, so I don't have to worry about like using them out of my inventory for other things. You cannot place them on foundations. They have to be placed in water. So I assume what is this? Yeah, I assume we want the ladders facing the water. Or no, that's probably not right. What we're gonna want is the output from these like all facing the same. Now, since we have 4 outputs, I assume, I'm doing a lot of assumptions by the way, and you know what happens when you assume. There's 4 outputs, so I assume that there's gonna be some kind of like a merger or a splitter for these, right? I haven't looked at this yet. So that would be under logistics? Pipeline. Junctions. Pipeline pump? Interesting. Cuddles the Shy with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, Cuddles. Thank you for your Twitch Prime. I do appreciate you. It's best if you pump water from higher to lower elevation because otherwise you need pipe pumps. Oh, so you're saying if I put my cold generators higher up, then I'm gonna have to pump the water beyond what these do? I'll have to use pipe pumps? So you're saying like, if I have these here, I'd want my cold generators like down here or something? If you pump your water over long distance or uphill, you need pumps. Okay. Digital Dumber says, I just unmuted the stream after a work call and I heard, I appreciate you. So I'm going to assume you were talking directly to me. Yes, I was talking directly to you, Digital Dumber. Okay, so is it better to have all 4 of those merge into one single pipe and then split that off? Or is it better to have each pump individually split into 2 and then go into 2 cold gens? Like, do I want to run like 1 large pipe or 4 smaller pipes? That's the question. The pipes can only handle so much. I guess, yeah, I should probably look at that. So these can transport up to 300 cubic meters of fluid per minute. I don't remember how much these produce. So this is 120. So I can do 2 pumps per pipe, so I need 2 pipes. So I'm going to need 2 pipes going to 8 coal gens. One full pipe can supply 6 coal gens? But how... If a water extractor does 120 cubic meters per minute and a pipe does only 300, if you put 3 of those into one pipe, you're losing out on a big portion of the amount of water that you can produce. Unless I'm missing something. You have 3 pumps going into one pipe, split from the middle pump. Oh, so it's 120, 120, and 60. That's what you're saying. But if I have to run 2 full pipes anyway, I'm just going to run two pipes and just put 2 into each one and call it a day. Because we're not going for like maximum efficiency of water to coal generator. We're setting up 8 cold gens for right now, and we're just putting water to them. 2 cold gens to every 1 pump. So with 1 pipe, we should be able to split that into 4. If we have 2 pumps per pipe, at the end, that pipe can split into 4 outputs, into 4 cold generators. If I want to maximize it, I can put 5 pumps into 2 pipes. Should I just make another pump? Is that what you're telling me? Should I just like maximum do 2 pipes? Is that what you're telling me? Because it sounds like that's what you're telling me, chat. I'm gonna do it. I'm literally doing it right now. It's happening. Thanks, chat. Hashtag thanks, chat. I don't know how many coal generators we're going to be running. I don't know how much coal can go into each one of these, but I do know I need more than 1 pipe to support this. And if we need another pump to support fully maxing out those pipes, we're going to do it. I just tried scrolling those items in my inventory. It doesn't work that way. I am failing at doing this. All right, right click. I want to split into 5, split that, sort. Be good. Ugh. One coal gen needs 15 coal per minute. How much does the... Did my power just turn off? I thought I heard like a weird sound, like the thing was turning off as I was walking away. How much do you mine per minute then? Am I like way over planning this for what we can do? If it's pure, you can make 120. I don't think I looked at the vein. I don't think I even looked at it. We're gonna go run over here real quick. So if it's pure, I can do 120, which would supply 6 miners? Is that what you're telling me? Was there another coal vein over in this general direction? And why is coal not capitalized? So that would probably be the other one we go for, and then we'd merge them together or something. Yeah, we're just gonna look at this real quick and just see what this is, since I don't know. I should have looked at this earlier and I didn't even think about it. What is that right there? Is that limestone? It's a sneaky little resource, whatever it is. This is pure. Pure coal. What is this resource over here? Limestone. So a Mark 1 miner, you guys are saying we'll do 120, which will do 6. It'll do 8? Are we just throwing out numbers now? I don't have Mark II miner unlocked yet, so we can't do that. Like, we need steel, I think, to unlock that, don't we? Oh, 120 divided by 15 is 8. Of course it is. I knew that. I was testing you. Of course it is. Well, I'm more concerned right now about having power production. So this vein right here will be for power. There's another coal vein over there, and then we can use that for... What am I looking at over here? Oh, those are... Okay, those are the things I just placed in the water. I was like, that wasn't there before. Yeah, the other coal vein that's like 700 meters away. We'll use that for like steel production and stuff. That's fine. We can build off over that way. What I'm concerned about right now is just keeping everything that we're doing up and running without me having to go and farm wood all the time. That's like the number one thing that I care about. But yeah, like once we start into steel production, we can worry all about that other stuff. All right, so I need to make a miner tier 1, which means I need to make myself one of the little miner thingies. What about the crafting thing over here? Portable miner. I can make 21 of them. Miner. So I'm missing concrete. And before the other coal vein has a nearby water source. You know what? I should probably bring a whole bunch of iron plates, huh? Because it makes sense to run belts all the way back too. I'm not sure how many plates we need. And then our water is up there. So I don't know if we're going to run coal over here and then like go over this way or how this is going to work. We'll figure that out. But I know the coal isn't going to stay over this way since we don't have water over there. I mean, we could run our water pipes down here instead. Though I think that's higher in altitude. I mean, eventually it'd be lower, right? Because we go down. All right, chat. Is it better for me to run the coal back this way? Or is it better for me to run the water behind? It's better to run the coal. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's involved with moving fluids in this game. I haven't had to do that yet, so... The belt is only 60 items per minute until I upgrade it. Or yeah, run 2 belts. Could do that. Mark II belt is double. It's 120. But that's a lot of the reinforced plates that we have to use. What am I looking for? Production. Stacking 2 of these would be cheaper. So I guess I should look at that before I even go any further, yeah? I haven't done any of the stacking stuff. Stackable conveyor poles. Can I put this, like, on an existing belt? How does that work? Invalid aim location. So I guess I can't have a belt already there. And then we might have to turn this thing and figure out the logistics to get both belts connected. So maybe it's a little too hasty getting that set up. But let's take a look at this. So stackable conveyor poles. How do I stack them? Oh, okay. You just aim at them and then you can put another one like that. So I can walk underneath these? Interesting. So if I put a belt here, this would tell me how far I can go, and then I would replace that. So like right here. Yo, would you go up there? Thank you. So we do that, yeah? And you can climb up the side of them. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know how we're gonna make this turn, but we'll figure it out. I assume this is going to be the same way we've done it before, right? So it'll be something like this. I guess I should probably place down a regular conveyor belt for guidance here. Oh, I can't do that. It won't let me snap that to anything. So if I want the belt going straight this way, and we have a belt here, well, I can place one of these under here too. So in order to do that properly, yeah, so it needs to be right there. is important stuff, guys. Easy. Easy. Look how easy this is. I can make the pole longer? Do you mean taller? Should I just run the regular belt first? Or at least put these in place so I know where these things are gonna go? Probably should do that, huh? So we want it that way, and that would be from right here. Right, so if I go from here, what are you doing? There to there, there to there. That's a proper turn, all right? And then from here, it's just pretty much a straight shot. So these are the only pieces. These little turns are the only things that the only thing that I needed to figure out. Then I guess beyond that, it's like how far we can run the belt. So maybe I will have to run a regular belt down there and then undo it again. The conveyor belt is too long. What? Oh, am I going to the one beyond? Oh, okay. I was like, the top one did it just fine. The middle ones aren't needed. What? The middle ones aren't needed. So you're saying I can place them 6 platforms apart? I guess I should count that, huh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of looks like 5 platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could count every single time if you guys want to play counting with Hypno, but I assume you probably don't. So let's get these all stacked up and then run the conveyors back. Oh, I'm running low on concrete, huh? And poles. Yeah, we're going to be running more coal than a regular conveyor belt can do. One conveyor belt will supply 4, but I'm going to set up 8. Or at least have the ability to have 8 of them running at once. I don't know if we're going to set up all 8 of them right away. We might. Ham79 coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, dude. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate your support. Yeah, reinforced plates are a little expensive at this point. Once we can easily just throw reinforced plates away. Hey, Hypno, been catching up with the VODs, finally catching a live stream. Well, welcome. Sorry, we're kind of like doing something where I gotta like pay attention and run long distances and not really talk a lot, but glad to have you. Am I gonna play Manufactio anymore? I don't know yet. I don't have intent. I'm not like set on not playing it anymore, but it was starting to get a little stale to me. I'm not like set on not playing it anymore, but if we didn't play it anymore, I wouldn't be upset about it. That makes sense? Like, it's enjoyable to a point, but it's also kind of annoying at the same time. Right, belt to a belt, and a belt to a belt. And a belt to there. This one to there. Oh, we got one more to go. One more to go where I've already placed the poles anyway. Cool. So we are going to need to figure out a splitter at the other end. So then we can split the resource into the 2 belts. And we are going to need power run. So I need to start running power lines. I guess we'll just run right off this all the way down. At what point is it too far? Oh, that's right. The thing says wire's too long when it's too far. Wire's too long. How is my feelings about the YouTube series? That's a very generic question. Are you talking about playing Manufactio for YouTube, or are you talking about something else? Looks like 12 platforms, if you counted that right. Yeah, I'm not really going by platforms. I'm just going by when it says wire's too long. Or I'm not actually counting. I'm just like moving and then placing it down where it says wire's too long. Or just before that point, I guess. Am I able to do this? I assume I would be. I was thinking about running it all the way down, but that also seemed kind of stupid at the same time, so I guess we're not going to do that. My favorite thing in the world is when somebody asks me like a vague question, I ask for clarification, and then I get no response. That's my favorite thing. Do we just go directly into like a splitter right here and then run the belt weirdly so it connects up? Or do we turn this, do the splitter over here, and then make it so it's nicely up this ramp? It almost feels like we got plenty of room over here. Maybe I should turn this miner so it's facing this way, and then we can negotiate the stuff around over here. Oh yeah, I will need a Mark II belt, won't I? So let's get a splitter. Am I doing this? I might be doing this. Somebody said you can place these miners on foundations. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but we're gonna try it. Oops. So I guess you can't do it, or the foundation is too high. One of the two. If you put the foundation low enough. So how much lower do I need to go? How low can you go? Apparently lower than this. Aha. So now I want to get a ramp, I guess. We'll have like this weird step up thing, but that'll be fine. Oh well. Bonus that mobs won't spawn on the bottom slabs. Wait, what? Well, anyway, what I wanted to do was get this so we can start laying out this stuff. All right, so I want splitter. That's under logistics. Splitter. I don't know if I have the stuff on me for a Mark II bow. Guess we'll try. Looks like I do. Perfect. And okay. So I don't know how we go from like this level onto these stackable conveyor things. So that's something we need to figure out. And is that where, if I do this, right there. Okay, so then I assume I'm gonna do like a stackable and then like another stackable and kind of like ramp it up. So like if we do that and then that with a second one on top, and then I stair step this up. I guess. Is that normal? Is that the way people do this? And the other one we can kind of turn and have it go up here. That won't work. So I can't quite do this. So this needs to go underneath, I suppose, one more, and then we can connect it up. Which is fine, because we need to like stop it anyway to make this turn. It looks a little weird, but nothing's clipping oddly, so I think we should be good. So now... That's just going to be good enough. Okay. So I have successfully figured out how to do this. It might have taken me longer than what it should have. I'm going to call that a success, though. I don't care what you call it. All right, so then we need power from... How much power does this take? 5. I think we should be okay mining with this right now without updating our power at all. It's happening. Oh my goodness, it is happening. Look at it. Look at it happen. Right now it's happening. We did it. We did it. It almost seems like it'd be better if this pole went down there. Oh well, whatever. I did a thing! I did! I did! I have legs. I didn't even notice that before. But apparently I can walk on this belt. Like the edge of it? Aha! Ha! I did it! All right, so we will have coal coming out here eventually, sometime. It'll probably take it about 5 minutes to get all the way over here. But we're still not able to use the coal yet because we don't have our generators set up and we don't have our pumps set up. So we got to figure out where our generators are going to go and then negotiate getting our coal over to those generators. Yeah. I think that's probably going to be something that we work on next live stream. I think I am pretty happy with where we ended up here. I can also overclock the coal miner for more, but right now we are completely saturated on our extraction. Like we'd have to either stack up a third belt or upgrade to the tier 2 or whatever, something like that. How's this doing? Oh, that is mostly done. I definitely want to make sure that we're keeping extras of these. I probably should make a storage for these. We're kind of running out of space though before we get into this where it's going to poison us a little bit. Might have to like belt that around somewhere, go around this thing or something. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I would need Mark III belts if we did it all with one belt, or I'd have to upgrade both of these, which would end up being pretty expensive. I'm not really sure like what the cost of the Mark III belt is. I can only imagine it's going to cost steel though. Can you ever like expand this storage? I know there's like storage boxes that you can make. Are those more storage than this? $25 slots. That's the same as this. Okay. I was looking to see if the coal made it all the way over here, but I don't think it has yet. That's gonna take a while for that to make it all the way over here. But dang it, it'll be here soon enough. All right, let's save it up. And we're gonna call it a live stream. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today while we played some Satisfactory. If you are new to my live stream, we stream Monday through Friday, with the exception of Thursdays. So we don't stream tomorrow. Monday through Friday, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back on Friday with another Satisfactory live stream. If you want to check that out, you know where to be. But that's it for me for today. Thank you guys for your support. Appreciate you hanging out and helping me through this game and my derps and stuff. But that's it. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye, guys.